Hello and welcome to the second part of the Senior 1 Medication Calculation Practice Questions for Practice Obstetric Questions. Number 1. The nurse has an order to administer 10 units of IV Pitocin to prevent postpartum hemorrhage. There is an IV bag hanging with 40 units Pitocin and 500 mLs normal saline. A. Calculate the volume the RN needs to set on the pump to infuse. The final units that you want are in mLs. And so we have our order, which is 10 units. You have your availability, which is 40 units per 500 mLs. And you're going to do order times availability equation, 10 units, 40 units in the denominator so that the unit will cancel and you're left with 125 mLs. B. The RN is going to run it in over 10 minutes. Calculate at what rate she should set the pump at in milliliters per hour. So you're going to go ahead and start with 125 mLs over 10 minutes. And the conversion that you need to know is 60 minutes in 1 hour. Your minute units cancel, and you're left with 750 mLs per hour. Final answer for number 1, part B. Number 2, order penicillin G 5 million units IV initial dose, then 3 million units every 4 hours until delivery. The vials of penicillin that are available is 20 million units per vial. The RN dilutes the vial in 1 liter of normal saline. Number 2, part A, what is the concentration of the bag in units per ml? So you're going to go ahead and start with 20, what's available. So what's available is 20 million units per 1 vial. And you're going to go ahead and dilute it in 1 liter of normal saline. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 20 million units in 1 liter, but you need to know the conversion. There's 1,000 mLs in 1 liter. Your liter units will cancel, and you're left with 20,000 units per ml. B, the RN will administer the initial 5 million units over 30 minutes. At what rate will the nurse set the pump to in milliliters per hour? So you're going to have your order. It's 5 million units over 30 minutes. And you know that there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. And you also know that the availability of your med is 20,000 units per ml. So figuring this out, your minutes will cancel and you're left with 5 million times 60 divided by 30 is 10 million units per hour. And you want to do order times availability. So you have 10 million units per hour, and you want to do mLs per 20,000 units. And your answer will be 500. Beginning 4 hours later, the RN will administer 3 million units over 30 minutes for each subsequent dose. At what rate will the nurse set the pump in milliliters per hour? So same thing as B. Order is 3 million units over 30 minutes. There's 60 minutes in 1 hour. Your availability is 20,000 units per ml. And 3 million times 60 divided by 30 is 6 million units per hour, because your minute units cancel. And when you multiply order times availability, so you have 6 million units over hour times 20,000 units over ml, units cancel, divided by 20,000, you get 300 mLs per hour. Number 2, part D, how many total units of penicillin will the patient have received after 10 hours? So your initial dose is 5 million. So initial 5 million. And then every 4 hours. So after 4 hours, you have 3 million. After another 4 hours, you have 3 million. And there won't be another 4 hours because that would be at 12 hours, but this is only after 10 hours. So your total would be 11 million units. Final answer for part D. A woman is seen in the clinic for excessive bleeding, post-spontaneous abortion. She's given a test dose of 100 micrograms IM of hemabate. An hour and a half later, she then receives a follow-up dose of 500 micrograms IM, and hemabate is available in vials of 250 micrograms per ml. What is the initial test dose? So the order and the final units we're looking for is ml. So we have 100 micrograms. The availability is 250 micrograms per ml. Order times availability. 250 micrograms is in the denominator, so your microgram units will cancel. And you get 0.4 mLs. The subsequent dose, the order is for 500 micrograms. The availability is 250 micrograms per ml. Order times availability. And you have 250 micrograms in the denominator, so the microgram units cancel, and you get 2 mLs. Sarah's in the hospital for labor. The oncoming nurse is checking Sarah's IV infusions and finds a bag running that reads 40 units Pitocin and 1,000 mLs lactated ringers. The medical order is to maintain a dose of 15 milliunits per minute. At what rate should the IV pump be set? And the final units we're looking for is mLs per hour. So we're going to have our order, which is 15 milliunits per minute. The availability is 40 units per 1,000 ml. You want to know the conversion of 1,000 milliunits in 1 unit. So rewriting your available med, you want to put the unit in the denominator so your units cancel. You have 1,000 milliunits in the numerator, and your new availability of the med is 40 milliunits per ml. When you do order times availability, 15 milliunits per minute, 40 milliunits in the denominator, so milliunits cancel, mLs in the numerator. Remember that there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So doing all the math, 15 times 60 divided by 40 is 22.5 mLs per hour. Finally, number 5, patient is on magnesium for preterm labor. She is given a bolus dose of 6 grams over 20 minutes. The magnesium comes in an IV bag of 40 grams of magnesium in 500 mLs. At what rate is the IV pump set for the bolus in mLs per hour? So we have our order, which is 6 grams over 20 minutes. Your availability is 40 grams and 500 mLs. And just remember that there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. Order times availability. So you have 6 grams over 20 minutes, 40 grams in the denominator, 500 mLs in the numerator, so the gram units cancel. Remember that there's 60 minutes, so the minutes units cancel, 1 hour in the denominator, and you're left with mLs per hour. So doing all this math, you get 225 mLs per hour. What is the total infused from the bolus? So we start with 225 mLs per hour. So you're going to start with 225 mLs per hour. You know that there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So that leaves you with 225 mLs over 60 minutes. So you're left with 225 divided by 60 is 3.75 mLs per minute. And you know that the bolus was only 20 minutes. So you're going to multiply that by 20 minutes. And that equals 75 mLs. C, after the bolus, the order states to give 2 grams per hour. What is the rate the pump must be set at in mLs per hour? So now you have a new order, 2 grams per hour. Your availability is 40 grams per 500 ml. Order times availability, 2 grams per hour times 40 grams in the denominator, so the grams cancel, 500 mLs in the numerator, and you get 25 mLs per hour.